What's up, my awesome fans? Jordan Moore, the Star of Awesomeness here, and today I got a phone call from my mom, and she's going to take me to the USS Alabama Battleship Park tomorrow. So I'm gonna jump in my pajamas, I'm gonna get some sleep, and I'll see you in the morning. In 3 seconds, I'm going to be dressed into these pajamas. 1, 2, 3. Gonna head to sleep now. But tomorrow, we'll definitely wake up in the morning so I can get my shower done, get ready to go. Okay, it's the next day, and now I'm gonna get ready to get in the shower and get ready to go. So I'm gonna hop onto it, and then I'll see you once I'm finished. Okay, I'm already done showering. I got dressed in what I'm gonna wear today, my Hawaiian shirt, and my parents are on their way. So while we wait, let's take a second to talk about the USS Alabama and their battleship park and their museum as well. The USS Alabama is a retired battleship and historical landmark and was the fourth and final member of the South Dakota class of fast battleships built for the United States Navy in the 1940s. And I believe it's been during World War II. But anyway, it's located in Mobile, Alabama, and there is an affiliate link I'll put down in the description if you want to check it out about the Alabama Memorial Ship Park. And here you can see they have the USS Alabama Battleship to explore, the tanks and artillery, the aircraft pavilion, the park memorials, and the USS Drum. And you can visit more information by going on www.ussalabama.com. I'll put a link down in the description if you want to check that out yourself. And with that being said, let's check on Mom to see if she arrived. My parents just pulled in, and now I'm gonna get in the car, and then I'm gonna be on my merry way to the Battleship Memorial Park. So I'll see you there.
See the big ships out there? See them? Hospital ship? There's a bigger one next to it.
Yup. We're here, the USS Alabama Battleship Park. It's huge, isn't it, guys? You see that? There's the submarine. There's the aircraft pavilion. There's a few other places that we might be able to do. This is a lot of walking, guys, so next thing you know, there's going to be a few hours worth of walking and a lot of looking around, especially in this, the big bad boy, the battleship itself. We finally made it into the USS Alabama National Park. Sorry we had to pay up for our ticket, but oh my goodness. Grumman Goose MK2 RC Air Force. I think these are all flags of every single state in the United States.
Yeah, how big the drum was compared to the rest?
We've been in here for a little bit now, and we're on our way to the USS Drum, which is the submarine that's outside of the battleship park, where we're going to be going on there and going inside. Here you can see there are 2 torpedoes on each side, and that is to be used underneath the submarine to defeat any enemy submarine out there.
It's good enough.
Right.
Because there's a lot to the ship to get.
Mm-hmm.
When we get there.
Gotta get my leg in. Okay. There we go.
Oh, yes, engine room.
Yup. I'm not sure what this is. Let's see. After engine room, you will notice that some of the covers that have been removed so you can see the inside of the engine. Okay. Looks like going inside of the engine could be in here. Gotta crouch again.
Continue. Very small to walk, so be careful. Be careful.
Okay. Ow! My head. I'm okay.
You see, here's like a lot of the gauges and all that.
Yeah.
Imagine being in the Navy and you're 6'3" and have to walk around in this thing.
Right. I don't think I'm gonna get that tall because my dad was 5'9".
That would suck, wouldn't it, Jim?
Yeah. Don't press these buttons, otherwise you're in big trouble. I just found a penny on the floor, and now I'm gonna try and get myself a souvenir. Okay, that was the submarine, the USS Drum. Now we're on our way to the USS Alabama battleship itself.
All right.
Okay, we are on top of the ship itself. Well, not on the top, but we are on the ship itself. And looking right here, we got some machine gun looking things. Pull this trigger. And there's another one. And one last one. Oh. What do we have here? Let's see. This mark, 8 feet, 2,700 pound, which is about a ton, armor-piercing projectile is fired from one of the 9 16-inch 45 caliber Mark 45 big guns aboard battleship USS Alabama. Kind of looks more like the rocket from the video where Grant Thompson made his own homemade rocket out of a champagne glass and a golf tube. And this is one of his favorite colors, yellow and black. Got more of these big guns right here. These are the 40mm quadruple mount. But although you can't sit on it, but it is pretty popular, and I believe they control these guns some way or another in the probably the ship itself somehow. And it says right here that this memorial plaque is dedicated in sincere tribute to our shipmates who saved their lives in the defense of our country while serving aboard the battleship of USS Alabama during World War II. How'd you know?
Yeah, it says it right on the thing
20
here.
cal? Okay.
Otherwise, 20 millimeter.
Not easy climbing up in here, is it?
Yeah, it's not really easy. In fact, I feel claustrophobic being in
I didn't think you
here.
would come up in here, but okay.
I'm just looking. Get out with Frankie here. You know, like people are posting stuff. It's like, how are they posting stuff if it's down? 40 millimeter quadruple mount.
Oh, I call it MM because I'm not sure if it's millimeter because millimeter
It
is spelled with a lowercase m.
Oh, nah, that's what these are. That is definitely what these mean. Oh, there goes Chad again.
He might want to.
Climbing. Chad's climbing.
I might want to.
Again, one is back and forth, one is up and down. If I remember correctly, this is back and forth.
We are about to fire in 3, 2, 1. All right.
Welcome to the USS Alabama.
Yep, definitely.
There's a lot to see here, way more than the sun.
There's the Age of Sail, which is the kind of like the archives of the battleship itself. Well, I know Chad might like this. The Revenue Marine Sword, which is kind of similar. That could be, that it kind of looks like it could be an auction and could be worth thousands, maybe tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on how old it is. But it's in museum. Oh, an 1852 naval sword. This was probably back in the mid 1800s.
Oh, see, that's where.
Yeah.
Hey, Jen.
What? Oh. Yep.
And there's the inside of the USS Alabama itself. Let's zoom in to see what else is in there. I'm not going to list all of them, but they have a lot of different rooms here. You can pause the video and see and I believe this is probably during World War II, of how their meals were served. Welding. They got a welding mask, a welding rod, electrode holder, I should call it. And I think these are the type of careers that they had available for enlisted U.S. Navy sailors during this time in World War II. Got the Alabama battle stars. There's the Imperial Japanese Navy. The naval officer dagger. They had the bugle. Ooh. These are really popular for the Japanese Navy. They probably have a canteen, a Nambu. This is probably the commander or the admiral's uniform. Sorry, not the commander, admiral. Yep.
Just so you know about your video, these things that are on the side too, if you look in the glass, there's stuff in there too.
I'll get that, yes. Okay, we got the Pacific Air Defense, which they have a few ammo right here. Ammunition, powder case, projectile. These were probably models for every ship. These are all like toys. I feel like these should be in Air and Space in Washington, D.C., not here. But I'm pretty sure that they have history about the USS Alabama in the Air and Space as well. So if you've been there, let me know in the comments. Okay, we're going to the Atlantic campaign next. And then we're going to go to Pearl Harbor. Atlantic campaign. Wow. That seems pretty neat. There's this guy with binoculars and gloves. And binoculars, leather jacket, looks amazing. Okay. Pacific campaign. We just looked at the Atlantic campaign, now we're at the Pacific campaign. Got a couple of rifles, got a grenade, a little pistol, even more grenades, and I believe that one right there is the Japanese grenade that they used a long time ago. Wow. I think this was the Japanese side. This is probably the American side of the Navy. Or actually, no, it's not Navy, it's Marine Corps. Not to mention, Chad might like this as well. Look at every uniform in here. Every single uniform. Ship. And if you guys have a favorite, let me know in the comments as well. Ships. Ooh, there's some currency coins. And there's a nickel. I actually have the old nickel from the 1940, but I don't have the silver certificate dollars though. These look pretty amazing. They had the Mercury dimes. I had the Mercury dimes, and I have the 1943 steel penny. The only penny that was made without copper. Due to wartime shortages, during World War II, they needed copper for ammunition and a few other things as well during the war. There's the Victory in the Pacific, which has like it looks more like I'm not sure what this is. Nagato. Radio. Yes, this is a radio. I knew it. I knew it's a radio. This is probably a Alabama War End. It looks like a telescope to me, a Japanese telescope. Park history. USS Drum, which we already seen earlier. USS Alabama, which we're in right now. Another USS Alabama. Ooh, I think these are movies about World War II, or actually the USS Alabama. There's even one with Nicolas Cage. And not to mention Nicolas Cage was in, I believe, National Treasure. So if you've seen that movie, let me know in the comments as well. Okay, now we're going downstairs to see what's next. I'm not sure what is in there because I've never been here before, but we're gonna find out what's downstairs. So let's get to it. Okay, we're downstairs and I got something to show you. So let's get to there. Okay, we got some weaponry here. Looks like it looks like a blowtorch to me, and that reminds me of Home Alone where Harry got his hat burned and it burned his head and he put his head in the snow. Okay, looks like some tools. That looks amazing, a wrench. I think these were used to fix the battleship in case something goes wrong. Oh, and funny enough, look at this. They never even changed their calendar yet. This was during 1944, during World War II, the year before it even ended. Oh yeah, and this is the engineer's room. And there's another one that still hasn't got changed. And I believe this is during their time when they shut down, I believe. I'm not so sure.
There's a guy in there baking.
Ooh, I think he's made out of cardboard though.
He's married.
Yep.
And he's got tattoos on him.
Yep. I don't even know when people started to get tattoos. I don't even know what year they started to invent those. And this place is so loud, it started to make my ears ring a little bit. So, but it is really cool though. Flakes. Fruit. Oh, check this out. They even have uniforms for smaller boys, for smaller sailors. I wonder if that's more of a Danny DeVito thing.
I think so. So we're supposed to go down again.
There's another secret room too, you know. Unfortunately, I didn't even know, but these were probably the beds that that sailors used to sleep on during this time, during World War II. And supposedly, I didn't even know, but we have to follow the number. It's against the rules to pass a number and cheat. So we have to follow which one goes where, and we gotta follow it right now. And this is where the prison is, probably for bad sailors with a sailor mouth or whatever. And there's the bed, it looks like. But the rest of these don't. This one's an empty room. But funny enough, this is where they can escape while this one is closed. Another prison block. Because you might see right here it says, Brig, military life is maintained by regulations and following orders. Okay, let's go to number 11.
Careful, step over. I'm not looking at it.
Okay. This is the tailor room where they actually fix their clothes and make them fit on sailors properly. Let's squeeze in here. More of these uniforms. And then their hats, their ascots. There's a sewing machine. Looks pretty cool. This is the barber shop. where they cut their hair. And I read an article online about the military, is that it's really important for recruits to get haircuts because next thing they know, they tend to have lice and they don't want to get that in their hair. And most likely they're still going to get that and they're going to get sick. This is the cobbler shop, because you can see right here, cobbler shop, steel decks and saltwater are hard on shoes. Probably to clean them, I think. Ship's laundry. One may take for granted of all the things civilians enjoy daily. This is the laundry room. See a naval sailor with his laundry bag. And they have laundry hooks too for bedding. And I believe that they have their own laundry detergent too. And this is the actual laundry receiving room where they actually help you wash your clothes every other day. And originally you have to have 3 uniforms to wear. Well, 3 uniforms to have with you per wash of every time you wash one. You have to have 2 more with you while you're wearing one, the other one you're hanging up, and then the other that's getting washed. So yes, this is a really cool room. We're on our way to number 17. This is the photography lab where they take pictures to know that you're in the military. This is the print shop we see here. And they have an old printer, which I didn't even know that they had printers back in the 40s. I never knew that. But I think it's because they had different ink and they had different techniques to print out things. And then there's their typewriter. You see right there. It's their typewriter, a few books, and a cigarette too. Now number 18 is the USS Mobile. This compartment is dedicated to the gallant ship and to the brave men who fought her in World War II in the Pacific Ocean area. This is the USS John Hood ship's bell, and they're typically rung aboard to keep sound and alarms for duty watchers, for sailors. Shiver me timbers.
The duck stand. It's sort of like a shake thing.
Ooh, they got some fire extinguishers with.
No,
No.
but you had to pay for it though.
Yeah.
You had to pay for it though, because it says that there was a cash
Yes.
register on the other side.
Right. And I believe these were pretty cheap back then, but now they're expensive, which is
These are treats you pay
pretty
for.
ridiculous.
The gadunk stand.
Fun fact is gadunk are uncertain. For one, idea suggests that it may come from a Chinese word referring to a place of idleness. And I believe these fire extinguishers could be CO2, which CO2 fire extinguishers can be also used to make dry ice. Look, they even got some gas masks, just in case if there's some poisonous gases and chemicals coming through the ship. Okay, this is probably the candy and cigarette shop right here. Not only that, I think it looks like there's some toothpaste, some Vaseline, more cigarettes. Oh, and some Butterfingers. I love Butterfingers. Nestle's chocolate bar. All of that. And on this flag, there are 48 stars on this flag. And you want to know why? Because Alaska and Hawaii were not even states yet. Not till in the 1950s. Hawaii was the last one to become considered a state after the Vietnam War started. And you see, guys, right here is all the names of these sailors that served on this ship. Pretty cool, huh? And you can see up there 1942 USS Alabama crewman, 1947. Got a lot of uniforms. Let's see. This is Captain Alan R. McCann. And I believe this was his uniform before he died. Well, I don't know if he's still living, though. There's another uniform. That could have been his, too. Got some pants, a few other things. cup mute, Harmon mute, whatever a mute is, let me know in the comments. Bass drum pedal. Oh, and look, the USS Alabama baseball team, which I didn't even know that they had sports during this time. They have the rookie card, baseball bat, baseball glove, baseball itself signed by somebody famous. Ooh, this was probably the actual U.S. Navy uniform that they wore during the 1940s, and I believe they still wear these in the military from then until today. George W. Burt, and I believe this was his uniform. Or that might have been Raphael Semmes, Captain Raphael Semmes. Speaking of filming, they also have some of these cameras. Look at all this, especially this camera, it's pretty big. They have more. This camera looks similar to Colin Creevey's camera from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Fairchild Aviation Corporation photography camera. And that mask looks like the Amelia Earhart mask, but it's Lieutenant Burt in his flight helmet and goggles. Ooh, this one looks amazing. That looks more of a Charles Lindbergh thing, but it's actually winter heavy. It's a winter heavy jacket for an M44-5A jacket. And then Owen Arthur Powell. This is his uniform right here, which looks pretty impressive. Oh, and here's some of the sailor slang, which if you guys use these, and if you guys are in the Navy and use these, let me know in the comments down below as well. This is the other side of the cafeteria. They got fruit. Looks like they got some dessert. It looks like bread or yeah, I think this is bread. They got some gravy. Looks like some meat, old meat. Oh, and speaking of meat, they have a turkey in the oven. Haha. There's somebody's cooking food right now. Even though that most of these are just vegetables and canned goods as well, they have beans, they have Spam, they have almost everything in here for like future meals, just in case when more come in. And also there's some fruit like pineapple, there's some peaches. Oh, and they also got some cranberry sauce and applesauce too, and pumpkin. I believe this was used for the Thanksgiving. Some of it was used for Thanksgiving. This is one of my favorites too, is the carpenter shop. You can see right here. Welcome to the USS Alabama's carpenter's shop. And they have different type of carpentry tools, and I see a few pieces of wood, but I'm not sure exactly what they would build. If you know, guys, about the USS Alabama and their carpenter shop, let me know in the comments as well. Now, this looks pretty huge. Still 48 stars. And I believe there's still 13 stripes. All of this. So now we looked at the cafeteria. This is the officers' galley, which they create meals probably for the officers, I believe, while the recruits and sailors get their own meals from the cafeteria itself, which looks pretty impressive as well. This is the battle for Iwo Jima. There's actually, I think there's a memorial for that in Washington, D.C., and most of you guys don't know this, but I used to go to Washington, D.C. I went on a trip there for 8th grade.
Yes, we do remember
And more importantly, I got to learn more about history and other fun facts about the military as well. Ooh, more ammunition that they figured out. Look at all this. Ooh, plane crash. Ah! I think there's some more ammunition right here. .20mm or the guns. Okay, we're going downstairs, and I think we're following around all everywhere to see where all of this has the where it has all the equipment for like they have fire safety, they have engineering, they have everything downstairs here. And I believe that this is the room, the surgical dressing station, where they have the sick and the injured sailors and officers as well. This is the surgery room where they have the everything for this patient right here, the sailor, and the doctor right there is giving him an operation. He's being in surgery right now. We finally made it out of the ship itself. Now we're going upstairs to see what's up here. So stay tuned and we're definitely gonna find out. See this bust of Teddy Roosevelt? This looks exactly the same as the one from Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. If you watched that movie, let me know in the comments. We've been on the ship for quite a while now, and we've been on there for quite a long time, which means I think it's a good time for us to pack up and leave. But there's only one more thing that we haven't done yet, and that is the gift shop. See all these glasses, Mom? These look pretty amazing. So guys, this is the gift shop for the USS Alabama. You could choose whatever you want in here. They're really expensive, but they're really, really cool to get. Got shirts. They got toys. They have puzzles. They have keychains. They have almost everything that you can get from here. And on this side, they also have books, and they also have posters as well, which you can choose any of these posters that are available in here. Okay. Now, these are like license plates for like trucks, on the front of trucks and things like that. And I know my great-grandfather probably wouldn't like these, but they have Purple Hearts. Fun fact about the Army and Navy, both of my great-grandfathers were in World War II. One was in the Army on my grandmother's side, and the other one was in the Navy on my grandfather's side. And my stepfather, he's a Marine.
Put the $10 deposit and they give you the $10 back.
Okay, we just got back from the gift shop, and my mom just bought me this for about $10. You see right, it has my name on it. So I'm going to use this to put these on here. There you go. See? I already got this on there. And now I'm going to hook it onto my pants. That way I don't have to be in the headache of, handling my keys with my hand anymore. So that was the Battleship Park, and I hope you guys liked it. So if you don't mind, please consider subscribing to my channel, leaving me a comment what was your favorite model in the museum, giving me this video a like, and ring the bell so you can get notified once I upload another video. So stay awesome, and we'll see you in the next video. sweet rutabaga pie that was divine. Theodore Roosevelt at your service. And I say, 26th President of the United States, Rough Rider, founder of national parks, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Watch your legs.
Well, I just said. I don't.